Yeah, okay, I know, I'm late, I'm sorry. Okay, let's just quickly get into it. So here's part 7 of the Bruticus combat. Oh, wait, no. Official time. Oh, you. Last Night Deluxe, probably Premier Edition, all that sort of stuff. Skullitron. As you can tell, because of the weird paint job. This is one I never wanted. And then got cheap in a car boot sale kind of thing. I didn't get it, my mother got it, but that's not the point. It was given to me from a car boot sale. Along with another figure that, I might show us a size comparison actually. But it's a figure I never wanted. Like, never wanted it, because I've got Steelbane. So why do I want him? And the problems with this figure very much become clear in the robot mode, but we'll have a look at it and we'll see how we get on. So, he's a more bronze version. He's got it all down the top and all the rest of it with this sort of like a rotting flesh kind of green painted over the top. He's got some kind of Cybertronian stenciled onto the wing. Is that cool? I don't know. These wings are floptastic as well. I need to heat these up and straighten them. The head's quite pretty. It doesn't match the robot mode aesthetic. But, yeah. I'm very tempted to paint this one and, customize him a little bit. Like, maybe cut these outside horns off so he's just got the inside horns and, put some scratches and scars like he's been in a fight. But I also don't want to ruin the figure, so... But articulation's exactly the same as Steelbane, ball joint there, universal hinge, tail will go up and down a little bit, but it's rubber moulded. That's definitely not a foot, unless you've still seen the Steelbane review, and then it is a foot. These definitely aren't hands, but they are. Ball joint, universal hinge, basically a universal hinge, but it won't go any further back. Ball joint, which I've already tightened with super glue. There's a hinge here, which if you push it back so far, it locks into place, so it'll keep the wings straight. And these are just hinged forward and backwards, and you can just straighten them up and try and get them to look nice. Or you can fold them up, where they kind of overlap a little bit, but whatever, it's fine. You can play with the neck, but the sword tabs into that slot right there, with that big tab there, and it ends up getting bent on the side of the neck, so let's just throw that away for a minute. Ball joint, universal joint, same as the tail. Head's on a ball joint, it'll turn and look at you and go, "Oh, hello, didn't see you there." Mouth opens, closed, horns adjust if you want. I'm going to sneeze, am I? Yes I am. Okay, sorry, thank you everybody. Comment bless you if you got this far. Oh, I'm not kidding. The sword is, as far as I can tell, exactly the same as Steelbane's. It's definitely a sword. Come on. It's fine. But, like I say, he's nice enough. If you like Steelbane, you'll like this. Apart from the really awful bronze, copper kind of... No, because I've sneezed, my nose is running. Yay. It's not a pretty colour. Especially with the dirty thing painted over the top of it. It's just, ugh. And another thing you'll notice, now bear in mind, if anyone's seen this or the Steelbane review, these are the shins, sides of the thigh, shoulder pads, blah blah blah. But as soon as it gets to the halfway point, there's suddenly no more paint. Same with these are the shoulders, and these are the arms. Suddenly, no more paint. So it's like, as soon as you get past the front of the figure, or, the top, the shoulders, or whatever, the rest of the figure has none of this bronze, which is supposed to be like an aging effect. It's nowhere else, it's only in, like, certain places. It's kinda lazy, but whatever. Okay, let's stand him there and we'll get Steelbane for a comparison. Might as well fold his wings up. Come on. Come on. Steelbane's got his sword, which, for argument's sake... Yeah, they're both the same. Okay. But, I mean... I just think Steelbane's better painted. Really. I mean, it's the same sort of thing. He's got that, but he hasn't got it on the sides of the legs. This is a more sort of mild, aging texture. But he hasn't got it on the sides of the legs, and there is some on the arms, or what will be the arms. You know, it's just a nicer effect than this, where it's like, it's all over the shoulder pads, and then it just stops. Yeah. But they're nice enough, and they look kind of cool together. To be honest with you, if I had 10 of these, of various different colours, you know, stylings, names, I'll get to this one. And then Dragonstorm as the big two, and that's your 12 knights. Fantastic, let me at it. But they'd have to do a bit more than what they've done with this one, sadly. Oh, the other size comparison I was going to do, because I found him with him. Last night's Slash, which is going to need a bit of work by the looks of him, but, you know, fine. So, he's that big. These have got to be mistransformed. I can't remember what the original Slash was like. I'm sure they went in further. These ribs, I'm sure they do. But they don't seem to want to go. Or do they just turn them like that? Don't know. I'll play around off camera. Yeah. Whatever. Go over there. And if you haven't got either of those, there's Earthrise Grapple. So, he's that size. Okay, should we transform him? Let's. It's exactly the same as Steelbane, so should I do it off screen? Fine. For argument's sake, if you haven't got Steelbane. This is messy. It's not difficult, it's just there's a lot of things that get in the way. So brace yourselves. We might as well do the legs first so we don't have to mess with them later. So what you're going to do is fold the horns over to cover up the eyes. Fold the neck down a little bit. Try not to bring the foot with it. The foot will go with it, but just try not to for now. Turn the head around, and there's this little tab in there that goes into a little groove in the bottom of the neck. It doesn't like tab in securely, but it stops it wriggling. Okay? Then shove this into the back of the leg, and then straighten up the foot. Okay, that's one. This one, similar sort of thing, but easier. You just shove the tail inside and straighten up the foot. Okay, that was easy. We like that. That's good. Now, the not so easy parts. If the dog would shut up. Not going to be my day today. I should have done the review last night, but the house turned into a random karaoke party. I kid you not. Okay. These shoulder pieces, or hips, or whatever you want to call them, these and the pieces they're attached to have got hinges inside here. So you need to fold those, well, at least this one out for now to there, which will allow you to bring this up on the pin there and rotate it out to the side. And then we need to move that out of the way, which again, wings and stuff in the way, everything's in the way, and turn this one. Now, you'll know which side's which, because when you look at the front one, this hole is for an action stand and goes at the back of the figure. So if you rotate this, so this is at the back, well, what will be the back of the figure, you will know which way this is supposed to rotate, because theoretically, it could rotate either way. So, check that one first, rotate it over, bring it down, tab them together, and remember this is the back of the figure that we're looking at now, so straighten it up to the front. I suppose you could try and remember that's in the back of the left leg, that's the back of the right leg, but who's going to remember that really? Okay, now we're going to turn the figure around and look at it more as a robot mode. we need to bring this back into place. But we don't shove them all the way into place. We leave them slightly ajar, but not too much, because this will give us access to a sliding gimmick inside here, which you'd see there. If you do them too far, all the stuff inside catches on the middle piece, which is what you want to slide it on. So you need to just give them a little bit of clearance to go around it. And then we slide it down to give dramatic head reveal. Ta-da! Yeah, we'll get to that. Then we rotate this up, and I believe it just about tabs into place. Yeah, these two little tabs here, that tiny little one there, that tiny little one there, you can see them. Just about grip into these. Not very well, but it's more just to say it's there. And then these grooves on the side of the body, just go into these grooves here. You line them up and shove them in. Now these ones work a lot better than the ones on Steelbane. Steelbane, I had to go around with glue and tighten them all up. This one, not so much. And now we just adjust the wings to your preference, fold them off, do whatever it is you want to do. Rotate the wrist, fold that claw back. That's one arm. Rotate, fold back. It's the other arm. And I'm just going to fold these up on the back in more of a sort of cape-like kind of storage bit for now. And that, boys and girls, is Skullitron. And the paint scheme makes a lot more sense in this mode. It does. But again, once you get past the shoulder pad, these are completely unpainted. And the legs, once you look towards the back of them, these wing pieces, completely unpainted. Yeah, apart from the inside, you know what I mean. None of this effect. And let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? I'm sure it's very well moulded. I'm sure someone's put a lot of effort and hassle and trouble into trying to make this look like the thing on the screen. But it's ugly. Really, really ugly. Which is why I think a nice little dry brush with something, you know, or an ink or something to go over it, you know, just pick out the detail, things like that. So I might have to do that. You know, separate the teeth, that kind of thing. But this again brings me to some of the issues, and this isn't really with the figure, this is more with the whole concept. Why are the wings and stuff fiddling around? Shouldn't do. Why has he got a human face, basically, underneath his robot mode, complete with like a skeletal kind of nose, teeth and stuff? Why has he got a human face, or a skull, per se, underneath his robot mode one? That shouldn't be a thing. Secondly, apparently his face rotted off over millennia of his ship being underwater or whatever. He's still alive, but his face just fell off and left this. And then they called him Skullitron. Skullitron. Surely his name wasn't that, and they just hoped his face was going to fall off. What's his real name? What is your real name? Tell me. Tell me your name. Tell me. I want to ask again. Is it Keith? Are you Keith? Might have to call you Keith now. So yeah, I'm. This figure only exists so they can do that scene from the film where he attacks Mark Wahlberg and the woman. I mean no offense to her. I have no idea who she was. I know Mark Wahlberg. And yeah, I just, like I said, if they all had different heads and better paint schemes and, you know, all this kind of stuff, then awesome, let's do it. But this, I'm glad I didn't get it in the shops and I got it second hand. Like, look, they put all this effort on the body and then it just sort of stops around the sides. It's lazy. Like, look at that. It's lazy. It's really lazy. Like, did he only get bronzed on the front? Is it like sun bleaching? Is that what's going on? Is this Cybertronian sun bleaching? from being trapped inside a ship underwater in the dark. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, he gets his sword and he can put it in his hand, he can put it on his hip, and something's made noise. That's interesting. He can do that. He's got ball joints, stuff like that. You just got to make sure the wings are out of the way. The feet aren't huge, so he has balance issues. You might have noticed him fall over in my seamless transition. That's why he moved from like there to there. Yeah, because I'm cool like that. Yeah, the feet are a little bit. These knees, you might notice, I've tried tightening this one. I didn't do a very good job of it, but I might try again. Knees are a little bit wibbly. You stand for me? Excellent. It's just for the wings on the back, but steel size comparison. Here's Steelbane, and come on. Oh, it's not going to be my day for these, is it? That's what I get for being light, isn't it, kids? I mean, just Steelbane is a character. Steelbane has so much. He looks so noble. He looks so awesome. Look at that. Then you got a guy whose face fell off. Like he should be dead. This should just be a corpse. But he's not. You know what the most annoying thing is? Because I researched it. I TF wikied him. I was like, okay, let's try and make sure that I'm not telling any lies here. He's got no character, he's got no name, he's not in anything else other than that scene. And he is only called Skullitron, and that's it. He's apparently one of the 12 Knights, but that's it. He's got nothing. There's no more detail to him. So, I'll give him a lick of paint, and he shall be Keith. I'm just going to call him Keith from now on. But this looks so much better than that. I mean, this... for a bit of paint and stuff like that for customizing, I'm okay with this because I can't ruin this paint job. But he looks so much better, even where they messed up with the plastic and they didn't mix it properly on the chest. He could have looked better. They did that with all the last Knights. But look at him. Another size comparison with a big sword. Energon Starscream. I'm trying not to knock them over with. So, they're standard deluxe size. And because they're here, and I kind of wanted to, this is the one that likes to fall over, so let's try and make sure he doesn't. There we go. Of the 12 Knights that were released, bring this up a little bit. There you go. Of the 12 Knights that were, named, these are the only 4 they ever made. Infernicus didn't count, did he? I don't think. Never got him either. If anyone wants to send him to me, don't. But, yeah, like I say, the paint jobs on these 3 were always mismatched anyway, so I can't blame them too much for him. But at the same time, the paint job they put on him is awful. So I'll do some touch-ups and stuff on that. But yeah, I mean, if they'd have done another mould, if they'd have done, say, 4 of these and 4 of another mould and gave us 12, or if someone's got a lot of Beast Hunters spare, like some of the Beast Hunter things that I can do something with, and want to send them to me and I'll custom paint them all and make 12 Knights. Fantastic, do that, send them to me, I'll see what I can do. But I don't know, if they say there's going to be 12 or something and then just give us 4, and one of them... Do you know what the best thing is? Again, I was doing the CF Wiki. From everything they can possibly guess, this guy's an Autobot. That is an Autobot. Oh, Keith, you wacky young lad, you. I'm going to have fun painting you up. Steelbane's still beautiful. I love the head on him. I love the attitude on him. I love Steelbane. Beautiful figure. These 2 are... They're weird, but they're just awesome. I do love those 2 as well. But Keith, bless your little socks. You need some love, mate. I'll love you. Don't you worry about it. If I get any pictures and stuff, I'll put a progress update. Oh, I've just thought, I can get Dragonstorm, which is those two combined, with these two flying alongside. Oh, could you imagine that? Have like a fleet of dragons. Ooh. This is 20 minutes long. I'm going to go away. So, yeah. This has been my review for The Last Night, Keith. Skullitron, fine. So, I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you when I get repainted and look slightly better than that. Bye-bye.